Hi everyone, welcome back with Decoeasy. My name is Janny. I'm doing this home decor channel together with Dyanne. And for now, let's jump into our daily DIY. For today's DIY, we only need a couple of things because it's always an easy DIY. We are going to try to make a Valentine wreath, but of course on a budget. You see here I have some isolation pipes you can do over your pipes from your heater, but I always use them for my decor, so because they are very bendable. We are going to use some kind of ribbon. You can use any ribbon you like. I use a little touch of the white hydrangea, some pieces of trash cardboard. This also is some greenery, but also used before, so I always reuse my decor. So if you have it laying around, just use whatever you have in your stash. So this is a little bit what we will need for this easy wreath DIY. Here you see already we did take one of those pipes, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make them a little bit warm so he can be bendable a little bit better. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my second glue because of course you can use the glue from your glue gun, but I don't want to have the chance that he will go open, so I am doing it with second glue. That's why I also have my gloves on it, because safety first. I'm going to glue this together, so this way to each other, and then we have a nice little wreath. So you see here I have my round, and of course this was a battle. I thought maybe with second glue it glues immediately, but it didn't. So I did so many kinds of glue on it, so maybe I should use some duct tape and just taped it together, but this was not a great idea. So I hope you have better glue than I have. So I have it eventually, I have it on each other. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a base from a little bit of the black organza. I always buy my ribbon on AliExpress. I don't know where you buy it, but for me this is so cheap. So I'm going to do it around the totally of my little wreath. I am going to do in the black organza. I hope this is the way you call it. So just do a little bit of glue your ribbon on top of it, and just go and turn it around just as much as you need. And I will do the whole wreath, and then I show you how the base is looking like. And you see already the base of our wreath, and of course I did it in the black color, but if you like it in the red or the white or the pink, maybe a little bit more extreme for Valentine, you have to do that, of course. What I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to give it a base of greenery, and I do that without music. So I will put on my camera, and then I show you a little bit how I make my underbase for my wreath. So you see here, I have here my wreath, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take two of the little bit of the bigger branch. I have eucalyptus, but of course you can use any branch you like. It has to be a little bit bendable. What I did, I just did lay it a little bit on top of my wreath, and I just measured out a little bit the way I want to have to fold it. I want to have it going a little bit around, because most wreaths you see, it looks already very difficult, but it is so easy to make. It is just a part of building it up, and if you're building it up, you don't even need a lot of things. I hope I can show you how easy it is to make a simple wreath. It can be for Valentine, for Easter, it doesn't matter, but the base is always the same. Just take two of a little bit of the bigger branches, fold it together, and you see here this is pounding out, and this one also. So I'm going to take some hot glue, and I'm going to glue this one together, so it looks always more difficult than it is. And just lay your branch against it so it will stick together. Hold it for a little moment so your branch is a nice straight line, or else it will be a little bit too big. So this way the branch is together. You see here, I just glue this on top of here, and now I hope he stays this way, because today is not my day for the glue. So I hope it sticks together. You see already it does stick together. And later on we will work the glue away. And I am still measuring it out. Maybe I will cut it out a little bit. And I am doing the same with the other branch. Of course, I have 2 of the same branches. So if you use it, use 2 of the same. One for this way. And also you see here, this one is also bending out. And I am going to glue also this together. A little bit this way. Just do a little bit of glue on the branch. And just lay it against each other so they can glue together. And also this branch I also will glue this way. I hope it will stick in one piece. So I will let it stick away and then I'm going back, or else it will be very difficult. It looks difficult again. So you see here I have 2 of the same pieces I glue together. So which branch you use, just glue the parts together. At least if you don't like it that it will go all over again, but if you like it that everything is sticking out, it's also fine too. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to lay them against each other and I'm going to glue this one on top of our wreath. And I turned my wreath around because here you see already the back part of my wreath. So I'm going to glue anyway over here. So that's why I'm going to glue the glue over here and just lay my branch inside of here. So it can stick to my wreath. And of course I have to bend it a little bit so he's nice turning around on his way. And I'm just holding it for a moment so he can stick on my wreath. And then the other one I'm going to lay down against each other, not over each other, but just against each other. I hope you can see it. You see here, just this way. So first we're going to do this one. And then I'm going to take some glue. And again, just do a lot of glue so it can stick nicely to each other. And I just keep it in place for a moment. And I know I will cut this out because this waiting is taking much too long for you. Here you see how our little branches are glued together, and I did a lot of glue on top of here. What we're going to do right now, we're going to build it up, but we are going to try to leave the middle a little bit open because I have this as an example. A little bit like this. Later on we will make from cardboard a little round of a little heart to do in the middle to give it a centerpiece place. But here we're going to decorate a little bit, here we're going to decorate, and a little bit over here, but not a lot. We have to keep in mind that this has to be open. So that's why I always use an example. You also can use a little piece of cardboard round. So I'm using 2 of the pieces of the lamb's ear, and I'm going to glue it a little bit over here, and I'm going to cut out the underside because this is a little bit thicker. So I'm going to only use, and I'm going to do some glue on top of here, and I'm going to glue this over here. Just lay it on top of your branch and just keep it in place for a little while so you are sure that it stays on top of here. Then we're going to do the other side because we do everything in symmetry, if I am calling it okay. Just do some glue on the back side and just again lay it a little bit inside of your branch, and just keep it also again to the branch so it can stick together. What we're going to do right now, I have some other branches. I don't call here in the Netherlands, we call it Hiii. I don't really know how you, and of course you have it also, it's a little bit of the shape of lavender. Here we call it lavendel. So I'm going to place one over here, so a little bit this way. This is the first one. The first one I'm going to do a little bit over the lamb's ear. So of course we are doing some glue over our branch, and then we are going to lay down our piece of lavender over here. At least I call it lavender. Here in the Netherlands, like I said, we call it Hiii. You can call it anyway, and you can use any piece you like. And of course, I will cut this one off because it's a little bit too long. This is one, and now we are going to cut a little piece of this one off also. And we also do some glue over here so it will stick together. And we just lay it on top of here, just squeeze it a little bit so it stays in place. And this is the first layer, because from this branch we are going to use still again another one, and we're going to do it a little bit lower and a little bit more over here, and just do a little bit of glue and bend your branch a little bit and just keep it in place. And also over here, and I'm going to do some glue over here over the branch so it sticks in place. And we do the second one. This one, just bend it a little bit out so you get a nice shape. And of course we have to do some glue over here and just give it a little bit, because later on we don't see the glue anymore. And we are just going to lay it on top of here. Again, work your way over here. I'm always fighting with my glue. I hope you don't have that same problem. I always am fighting with my glue. So this way. And you see already, I will show you now a little bit already when I turn it around how it's looking like. So it's, you see already, it's very easy, and I know it looks like a lot of glue, but believe me, later on you won't see it again. So this is the first steps, and you see already still how easy it is just to make one of your own. What we're going to do right now, I have another branch and I have to get it, my elastic band of it, of course. I should have done that earlier. I'm sorry. So this is also a nice, this is from an old plant from IKEA. So I pushed all the branches out from that big green plant, and I'm just going to glue this also on top of here. So just do some glue over here and just lay it over here. Again, lay your branch inside of here. And this gives a little bit more of a springy feeling. And there you are back again. You just fell out of me. Fell out of me. So you see, this is what we did for the moment. I will turn it around. You see, we stayed with the little pointed little greenery. But of course, like I said, you can do whatever you like. I'm still going to place in this kind of greenery. I am loving this kind. I'm going to cut them. I think I'm going to leave the branch out of it. So just do a little bit of glue on top of here and just squeeze it a little bit inside of your other branch. So just work your way a little bit inside of here and work away the the glue wires, because it gives a lot of glue threads. But just do this one also and just work your way inside of here a little bit higher, a little bit over here, and fold it together so you get the pops out of it. And the only thing I am going to do, because you can layer this as much as you can, I'm going to use some a little white, the top of a little white hydrangea. And of course I have my hydrangeas from AliExpress, so if you want to have them, you can order them also online. They are very cheap with hydrangeas. So I always love to get my hydrangeas there. So just pull all, the underside of your hydrangea off and just use a little top of your hydrangea and just do it inside of here where you think it can need a little bit pop of white. So I'm going to do this a little over here, and I'm going to do one on this side. Just work your way inside of it and just glue it together. This is the way I am going to leave it, but you are free to do whatever you like. And you see already how easy is this to make. And if you use it for any wreath, if it even is for the Christmas, use Christmas branches. But if the layers are just the same, if you do every time the same layers, you always have a nice and easy wreath. Of course, there are people who can make them much better, but this is always the way most of the time I make them. But I love greenery and I love making this kind of displays. So you see here, we still can get inside of our little round. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out from some cardboard. I'm going to make a heart. And you see already, this is my heart, and I measured out a little bit that he is a little bit the same measurement as my little round would be. So I'm going to cut it out, and you see already on the lines, I am not a great person who can draw a lot of things. So I'm going to cut this out, and then we're going to my computer and we're going to make a print for this little heart. I am back here before we go to my computer because I made this a little heart, but I thought maybe we can do it a little bit more unique. I made the same heart. I laid it on top of a little piece of cardboard again. Just do a centimeter bigger, so you get 2 layers on top of each other. And of course we will do this with some print, and we are going to make some print for this one, so we get a more of unique piece to do inside as a centerpiece inside of your little wreath. So now we are really going to my computer. And here you see already the little print we just made. And of course it is always a unique print because I love making my own little prints. And of course you find this one in the free printables, and more of the same kind but in a different way and an all unique way you find in our membership. So if you want to join the membership, just click the button. So for now, what I'm going to do right now, this little heart is for the smaller one. And the bigger heart I will do with some school board paint, and I painted in the black color. And like I said, I am doing with some school board paint, but of course if you don't have school board paint or black paint laying around, just use some markers or maybe something, make a print with the black color. And of course you can also do a buffalo check background, so just print a buffalo check out and just draw your heart over that. So there are lots of possibilities you still can make for the back side of this heart. So I will finish this off, and then I'm going to cut our little print out, and then we're almost ready to glue it on top of our wreath. You see already I did cut out my little picture, and I'm going to Mod Podge it on top of our little heart. So I'm just going to do some Mod Podge on top of here. But of course you can use some school board paint, I mean some school glue if you don't have the Mod Podge. I use the normal Mod Podge because this is something you can get the most here in the Netherlands. But I am going to lay my little picture on top of here and try to work a little bit with it so it will be fitting. And of course we have to move it a little bit to get the right shape. So I let it dry for at least a couple of minutes, but you see already how nice he looks, and it's so nice with the black color. So what we're going to do is just an experiment. I did this never before because I want to have a little bit of the ribbon on the back side of our heart. But I don't want to have it completely out of our wreath. So most of the time with the bow, it's very coming to you. But I'm going to try to make it as flat as I can. So what did I do? I did 3 pieces of ribbon, a little bit of the wider one, smaller one, and 2 smaller ones. So a little bit of the music, the stripes, and the Mackenzie child print. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to make a little bow, but a flat bow. I don't know how this will work. We will see how if I succeed or not. So I show you this. But if you think this is boring, just go forward and just skip this one. But maybe later on you still can use it for your own if you want to make some kind of bow for yourself. So I'm just going to glue all 4 of the pieces together. So just fold them over so you have one loop. And we are going to do with all of them. So I will do this out of camera and then I show you the next step. So you see I have 4 of each, so I have 12 loops already. What I'm going to do right now, I'm start with the one that's bigger. So I'm going to take one of them, I'm going to do some hot glue on the end, only on the end, and just gluing this one just over it. Not wide, but as narrow as you can. So it makes the widest bow. What I'm going to do, just lay this over here. I'm just going to do some glue on the end of this one. And I'm going to glue this also on the end of in the middle of both of the other 2. You see already, this is what I mean. And now we're going to do the next one. We make a cross. And also we are going to do it almost at the end. I show you in a moment a little bit closer. So you see, this is what I mean, just at the end, a little bit over here. You still see a little square in the middle. So this is our underground. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take a stripe ribbon, and I'm just doing also some glue, and I'm just gluing it over here in this middle, just a little bit diagonal from the other one, and gluing this one also over here. And we are going to do this one over here, and we are going to do this one against the other one, totally over each other. At least if if this is right English. I probably isn't. I'm going to lay this one over here. And now we have the one with the music notes. And we are going to lay this one a little bit this way. Not totally over here again, but a little bit over here. And also a little bit over the other. You see, so it makes a little bit longer. You lay him over the striped one. I'm going to do this one. I have to do this one, this side over. A little bit this way, so he gets a little bit next to this one. We are going to do this one. And we are going to do this one next to this one. And the last one, and of course, if you want to use more ribbon like this, you still can do whatever you think is right. Just do it a little bit in between. So you get a nice little package with some ribbon. And what we're going to do right now, we are going to glue our heart, the black one, also inside of here. And now you see already a little bit the way I am trying to get it. I'm going to turn it around for you, because or else you won't see it. I'm going to glue this on top of here. So you see already our heart is already on top of our ribbons, and I am already loving our bow. At least it is a kind of bow. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to glue. I was trying to do something like that, but that didn't work out. So I think I'm going to glue this on top of our little heart, and then in totally we are going to do it on top of our wreath. But first I'm going to glue this over here. And here you see already how our little centerpiece turned out. And I am really loving the black and the white. But like I said earlier, do whatever you think is right for your decor. I'm going to glue this inside of here. And you see already now he is coming out so nice. So I will glue this on top of our little arrangement. And then I'm going to show you the finished result. And here you see the finished result of our easy made Valentine wreath. I am so happy how it turned out. And if you imagine that we made it just from some isolation tubes, I am so happy how he is looking like. And it is like you saw, it's so easy to do. And you can change it up very easily for the Easter season. So just change your little centerpiece and you're already fit to go. I am very happy how it turned out, and I just hope you got a little bit inspiration from it and just enjoyed watching, even if it sometimes is a little bit chaotic. So I hope you enjoyed. So this was it already for today's daily DIY. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like this content, we hope, of course, you will consider subscribing to Dyanne and my channel. And for now, we wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day.